Meanwhile, the U.S. Commerce Department has wrapped up its annual event aimed at attracting foreign business investment into the United States. The department says 4 international companies at the SelectUSA Investment Summit announced projects worth more than $600 million. CGTN's Rowie Rettenberg is following all of this. He was at the summit. He's joining us now. Rowie, how is the administration promoting foreign investment in the United States while at the same time involved in so many trade disputes around the globe?
Well, they seem to suggest that this is not an inconsistent message. And remember, these foreign companies that are investing in the U.S., starting operations here, businesses here, they're not subject to the tariffs, the duties on imports, because they're making things in America. So imagine this summit, think of it like a trade fair, except instead of companies or instead of schools offering jobs, you have states, and each of them is representing their state's interest. Come to us, we're the best. We have this to offer, that to offer. And the message from the Commerce Department is, this is the place to be.
As the White House was making fresh threats of imposing more tariffs on Friday, just outside of Washington, top U.S. officials were courting foreign investors.
There's a myth of American retreat from the world, and I have to tell you, it is just a myth. President Trump's agenda is the most pro-business, most pro-international trade of any president in history. It's been a game changer for the American economic landscape, and it is one that your company will want to be a part of.
Some 3,000 potential investors from more than 60 countries are attending SelectUSA. The 2-day event is now in its 5th year, but Zhao Zhengge admits fears of a U.S. trade war with China have kept some people away.
We wish that the two countries, that can negotiate or can have the dialogue, communications, while we can do business. So that we can, through the business, investment, and the cooperation, we can also minimize the trade deficit or the imbalance.
Zhao says the Chinese delegation, usually the largest, was significantly smaller this year. On Wednesday, before the official investment summit kicked off, Chinese businesses already operating in the U.S. held their own event for the visiting Chinese investors. The message, come join us. Governor after governor echoed the appeal.
We want Chinese investors in America. We do. We want Chinese investors in Kentucky. We do. And my commitment to you is to help start forming strong partnerships. And I am telling you that the ability for us to grow together is great.
In the first half of the year, foreign direct investment from China has significantly dropped. Still, U.S. commerce officials insist there's never been a better time to do business.
You could just sense the energy, you can sense the excitement. We had over 10 governors here, we had over 14 chiefs of missions. We want to show that USA is a great place to invest.
Now, several potential investors that registered for this event, some of them from China, registered through the Commerce Department, had their visas rejected by the State Department. And at least one delegate to SelectUSA told me, if the Americans want our money, the left hand really needs to start talking to the right hand. So there are concerns about these inconsistent messages. And that's something we heard echoed at that event on Wednesday for the Chinese businesses here. It was addressed by the U.S. ambassador to China. He was there. And also one senior Chinese official from the U.S. Embassy here telling me this tension has been created by the U.S. This is the U.S.'s need to fix.
I think U.S. is a long-term good destination for Chinese investment. But right now, it is up to the U.S. side to make some favorable environment for Chinese investment, and stop to have those unilateralism and protectionism. I think that is very important.